Dillian Whyte, Dereck Chisora, and all parties involved promotionally, and Sky Sports as well, to my understanding, were summoned before the British Board of Boxing Control yesterday to answer for what happened at the press conference for Dillian Whyte, Dereck Chisora, where Dereck Chisora ended up throwing a table and wilding out. There had been some speculation that the fight could be called off, but the British Board of Boxing Control eventually decided to give Dereck Chisora a £25,000 fine, I believe it was, and a 2-year suspended sentence, and also remove the British heavyweight title from the equation. So Dillian Whyte remains British heavyweight champion, but it will not be on the line against Dereck Chisora. That is the action they've decided to take. Now, some people have pointed out the hypocrisy here, and one of those people being Frank Warren. And Frank Warren has been a massive hypocrite himself on many occasions, but on this particular occasion, he does make some good points. He put out a video and said that the British Board of Boxing Control are very inconsistent in terms of the punishments that they give out. For example, they took Dereck Chisora's license away when he had that brawl with David Haye in Germany. And Frank Warren was then forced to get the Chisora-Haye fight sanctioned by the Luxembourg Boxing Commission or Authority. Whereas in this instance here, Dereck Chisora has been wilding out again, but somehow the British board haven't stripped him. And remember last time, to my recollection, when the British board stripped Chisora or suspended him or whatever they want to call it, they gave him back his license eventually with the condition that if he slips up again, he'll receive a ban of several years or maybe even a lifetime ban. I can't remember exactly which it was. So he was supposed to be on his final warning. But somehow, the British board have only given him a suspended sentence this time. So even though he's got previous, yeah, and I'm not talking about, actual previous, like criminal stuff like that, even though he's got that too. I'm just talking about from a boxing perspective. Even though he's got previous, they've actually given him a more lenient sentence this time than they gave him in Germany a couple years ago. That is inconsistent. And Frank Warren is correct when he says that there's a problem there. So it is what it is. The fans obviously are not going to care because the fans just want to see the fight. And that's understandable too. But I did think it was fair to point out the inconsistencies in the way that the British board are treating maybe Frank Warren as opposed to the way they're treating the Hearns. And also Frank Warren pointed out the hypocrisy of the Hearns because they were condemning Frank Warren for putting on Chisora versus Haye following their brawl in Germany, saying they'd never be part of such a thing. But here we've got them putting on Chisora versus Dillian Whyte in similar situation. So, hypocrisy and all that, I guess it comes with the territory in boxing. So let me know what you think about this, people. We're obviously glad that the fight is going to go ahead. Are you bothered the British title's not on the line? I can't imagine many people are. Maybe Dillian Whyte might be because he seems quite proud to be British champion. And maybe he'd like to win the belt outright to keep that Lonsdale belt. And in order to keep the Lonsdale belt, you have to defend it 3 times. He could have defended it against Dereck Chisora, but that obviously won't be the case now. The WBC international belt will still be on the line. The fight will still be for, over 12 rounds. So, yeah, everything remains the same otherwise. It's just Chisora will be on a 2-year suspended sentence. So if he does slip up, he's going to have to serve out that sentence. Drop your comments in the comment section below, people. Let me know how you feel about this particular story. And again, the people who think that Chisora's antics were all staged, because I find this incredible that people really can't tell the difference between what's staged and what's real. Let me give you an example. When Tyson Fury flipped a table a couple years ago, I think it was it before his rematch with Chisora? I can't remember which fight it was before now. I think it might have been that fight. But when he flipped a table, that was staged. It was so obviously staged. He didn't even look angry. He was just sitting there and whatever. And actually, after that incident, Tyson Fury did an interview where he seemed to suggest that he was put up to doing that. Yeah. That, one of the, him and his uncle and trainer Peter Fury both seem to suggest that they were kind of nudged into doing that by somebody within the promotional apparatus. Yeah. That was so clearly staged. You could tell Fury wasn't angry, and the way it just happened, it was like, nah, this is so fake. But with Chisora, if you've ever been involved in real situations and real street fights and real mad stuff, you know just from the energy that the people are giving off, whether it's real or not. Yeah, I know what's real when I see it because I've been in situations. Yeah, and that was real. You understand? Not just Dereck, but even the actions of some of Dylan's team that were there when they were scrapping with security and whatnot. It was genuine hostility in that room. So it is what it is. And Chisora's obviously been given a 2-year suspended sentence and fined 25 grand. So if it's staged, why would he put himself in a position to have a 2-year suspended sentence and a 25 grand fine? Yeah? Come on now. So anyway, let me know how you feel, people. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.